And now we wait for the alert in chat that says that I have gone live. Because that's what we do. Also, we have no starting soon screen because this thing is so not planned that it's not even funny. We should probably post that. Boop. Nice. Cool. Do we have the alert saying that we are going to get rid of X now? Do we have the alert saying that I'm live? I hit start. Where is my... There we go. There's the stream manager up. Nice. Nice. It has been way too long since I've done this. So I'm doing a lot of, you know, checking things again. So I'm not used to, you know, having everything actually work. So this is kind of like a test stream, and also sticker designs because I figured that would be simple. And yeah. So since it has been apparently long enough for... You have not said that I am live in chat yet. Why have you not said I'm live in chat yet? You're supposed to say these things. I'm showing us live on the stream manager and on OBS. Why are you not giving me my live thingy? There's Streamloots. Come on. Come on. Usually I have a starting soon screen for this very reason. I'm not gonna do the intro yet because I don't want to. Because you're not giving me what I want. Hello! How are you all? I'm doing a impromptu, like, 1 maybe 2 hour long stream because I miss streaming, and I figured that sticker designs would be something super easy that I could do in like 2 hours. And for some odd reason, there has been nothing that said in chat that I am live, so yeah. We're also not having a starting soon screen, so it's kind of funny. There's the ad break. Okay, so I knew that was going to happen, so I will do the intro after the ad break, because logic. 1 second, gonna mute the mic. No one tell Debbie that I have one of their competitions. And no, it's not the one you're thinking. It's not the one that's super common. This is one that hubby said tasted good. So I tried it, and yes, I am cross-comparing to Debbie again, because what is the point of me being in partnership with Debbie if I do not compare their product to their competition to where I can actually tell you who's better? By the way, Debbie currently, like last week, released a s'mores flavor, so I kind of want to get that. Like seriously, I want the s'mores flavor because I went camping last week when it was released. So a little bit of irony. So I very much want to get the s'mores flavor. Also, Steam, why you do this to me? I use you. There we go. Play. Okay. Are you actually gonna work for me this time, Steve? Not kill my audio. Please do not kill my audio again, Steam. Ugh. Love it when Steam does that. Anyway. Hello, guys! How are you doing? Long time no see. I missed chat, so I went live because I missed chat too much. I was sad. And Abides gets first. I think that's like the second time you have ever gotten first. And there's Voodoo! And that is 15 months. I was gonna say, that has to be a, like, streak that's still going, right? That is 15 months. You have done 15 months. That is over a year. Now, why am I realizing this is over a year now? Yeah, okay, I just had that realization. By the way, the Gooper? Yes. The Gooper model that I use, this cute little chibi thing, may be getting an upgrade. Because the modeler who made it actually has improved their skills. So, the skill level that this Gooper is showing off is actually outdated, so it is possibly getting an upgrade, which will be kind of awesome. By the way, if anyone wants to get a Gooper model, I believe commissions for them are still open, I think. Yes. You're gonna make me change to Fae Farm, really? Really? You're gonna make me change to Fae Farm? Fine. Let me find... Hang on, we gotta do this. It is in simulation, maybe? Maybe? Where are you? Where are you hiding? Ah, let's just go to installed locally. That will make my life a lot easier. We will come back to Subnautica. And there you are. Found it! Okay. As always, we have to read Voodoo's intro with the theme song. So, Stitched with an impish grin, zoomed into the room, propelled by a jetpack fashioned from spray cheese cans. As he maneuvered through the air, leaving a trail of cheddar-scented mist. As always, as is expected when one uses cheese spray can backpacks. His tiny arms flailed for balance. With a triumphant squirt, the doll landed with a soft splat, cheese oozing around his feet, making his grand entrance, if slightly messy. Oh, making his grand, if slightly messy entrance. Okay, so yes, you meant to say that without me saying entrance. Cool. You know, eventually I'm gonna get really good at these, and eventually you guys are gonna have me voice act them, and it's gonna be hilarious. Imagine me voice acting those. That would be amusing, actually. Subnautica! There you are. Hi. I don't want that one. I want random one. Random. There we go. Cool. I know you had one for St. Patrick's Day! And, yeah. Save it, unless you come up with something better. Save it, and you can use it next year. Because, St. Patrick's Day is on an odd-numbered day. So, yeah. I will most likely be streaming on that day. So, to explain the hiatus that I'm on, and first we're going to explain what I'm doing, then we'll explain the hiatus. So, I am making sticker designs because I figure that is super easy to do on a impromptu, short-ish stream, because I am going to try to go back to my regular stream schedule of like 6 or 7 hours that I was doing? I think it was 6. Because it was from local time, it was from 6 p.m. to midnight. So, yeah. Yeah, it was a 6-hour stream that I was doing before. So I'm trying to get back to that schedule, but right now life is saying no. And, to explain the hiatus that I am on until September. So every stream that I do between now and September is not me coming back per se. It's just me, you know, meeting my schedule specifications because I don't want to be streaming at 9 a.m. local when you guys are used to me being live at 9 p.m. local, if that makes any sense. So, the hiatus is because I am trying to upgrade my living situation, because my current living situation supports me, my husband, and my kids. Awesome, great. It is great for us. However, my late father-in-law did make me make a promise to take care of his wife, aka my mother-in-law, and I cannot do that in my current living situation. So I will have to look into an upgrade to my living situation in order to keep the promise to my late father-in-law that I will take care of her, because it has become kind of apparent to me that having her in a separate building from us is probably not the best of choices. So I am going to try to make it to where my living accommodations accommodate her as well. That is why I'm on hiatus, and my eBay is getting quite a bit of attention from me. So that is why I'm on hiatus. Due to being self-employed, however, I cannot do the upgrade for 6 months to a year at least, because that's just how the real estate market actually works when you're self-employed. You have to either show solid income of a certain amount for 6 months to a year, if not longer, or you have to have the entire down payment solid in, well, not down payment, the entire payment for the house has to be in one go. And I don't know about you, but I do not have, you know, a house payment sitting around doing nothing. So I'm gonna have to go for the 6 months to a year solid income thing as my easiest option. So that is what I am focusing on. That's why I'm not really around on anything that you guys know me to be on, including my Discord and my Twitter, which I'm trying to be a little more active on. I'm also trying to show activity on my Ko-Fi. I have taken advantage of scheduled posts for that, so if you start to notice that my posts are a little thought out more than just, hey, I'm gonna post right here, right now, it's because it's a scheduled post. So, anyway, now that we have that all out of the way, also I have updated the commands to where we have Ko-Fi and the, why am I not on the thing I want to be here? There we go. No, that's not the one I want. I wanted, actually, yes, that's the one I want. Okay, so, oh yes, so I have made a command for my Ko-Fi and a command for merch, because, you know, the cute little third birthday Pookie over to my left side actually has merch that is connected to it, and I do have a few merch items that are also hidden if you guys want to see it. So you can do that. Anyway, now that we have all that out of the way, I also have hidden words that will tell the bot to say the merch stuff or the Ko-Fi stuff, so have fun figuring out what those secret words are. If we get one of those bots that is trying to sell me followers or viewers, then I believe it should trip the merch. No. If we have one of those bots, it will actually trip the Dubby command, because I do have a command for Dubby as well, which does give you the link and the coupon code and all that. Popsicle, lemon drop. Don't give me ideas for trigger words. Don't give me ideas for trigger words. You guys should know better. Like, seriously, that is how you get me to do random stuff. Oh, also, I don't know if anyone knows how to do this already, mods. I do need help doing one of those, like, random selection list things that I can insert a command and it will select one option from the list, because I want to have fun with it, and I want to make the command no one asked, and just have everything on that list be the answer to some random question pertaining to me. Like, what is my favorite dinosaur? I will literally put the answer of, well, you will put the command no one asked, and then randomly, the bot will come up with, my favorite dinosaur is Triceratops. Or rather, answer number, insert the number of answer this is. My favorite dinosaur are Triceratops. Because that will be super fun. Oh, also, the cookie version of me has been changed in name to something that I think fits me a lot better, and every single one that I make from here on out will be added to a Twitch integrated throwing system that you guys can, you know, throw at me randomly, as well as it will, I think it will actually be my raid thing that I do, because I'm gonna call them cookie raiders. That way, whenever I get raided, I just get pelted with all these cookie versions of people who have either gotten a cookie raider because I made one for them or they commissioned one. Because that just sounds fun. I already have mine, and, you know, it only makes sense that I make one for my mods, because, what's the point of having cookie raiders if my mods don't, you know, get thrown at me in cookie version? Like, seriously, what's the point of that? What? Okay. I am today years old finding this out, so I need more info. Just saying. By the way, if I stream on the 1st, because that's kind of up in the air right now, if I stream on the 1st, I will be doing stuff that is a little more than just stickers. So, sticker design! Looking around room for inspiration. Why is that the inspiration I got? Whatever. This is such a scuffed idea. I do not want it. Actually, I think I'm zoomed in way too much. Yeah, I'm zoomed in way too much. Okay, time for ugly sketch layer. Because that is what it is. It's an ugly sketch layer. That is kind of cool. Just saying, changing the name just because she knew it would not be like it or something like that is actually a really good reason to change the name. Gotta look at Pookie for this. Why am I looking at Pookie for this? Why am I doing a Pookie sticker? I need to stop doing Pookie merch stuff. Like, in general. Why am I still on white? Go. Okay. That is way too big of a thingy. Okay. No. Bad. There we go. Why am I looking at Pookie for merch ideas? Just why? Why am I thinking Pookie's a good idea for merch? No, bad. Fine. Why do you keep doing that? Stop lagging. Stop lagging. Okay. I think it needs to be shorter. Or more like that. Yes. Actually, why don't I just do this symmetrically? Because it'll look better if I do it symmetrically, right? So, we need a ruler. We need symmetrical ruler. We need the layer back. That is not the symmetrical that I wanted. I want it this way. Okay. Get you straight. There we go. And now we can do this maybe. That just looks weird. And then let's move it over so that we have space to do this. Like I said, I looked around the room for inspiration for this. Stop doing that. Boop. Okay. That looks a little too human. There we go. There we go. And then I did say this was gonna be scuffed. There's your pull string. Light. Actually, I think this needs to be a little more like that. Light. Nope. Light. There we go. There's that. This can go like this. Giant eyeballs. They're supposed to be touching, actually. Boop. There we go. Eraser. Snake lamp. That's kind of cool. Gotta love ugly sketch layers. Also, I can resize this to be a little more proper because it is just a sketch layer. Nope, I want this back. There we go. no, this does not make Pookie a shapeshifter. This is just me becoming up with, you know, weird stuff that doesn't make sense to anyone. Boop. Boop. There we go. And a little floofy back there. There we go. Nope. Let's do that. Cause you gotta have this for a lamp, right? There we go. And then we will also do this. Because we gotta do the fur pattern. There we go. Haha! It's a Pookie lamp! Pookie got a new hat that doesn't fit quite right. I mean, that would actually be kind of funny. So, let's move this one to there. Ad break! Coming in 3 minutes! Oh. Mad dash to the fridge, bathroom. You have been warned. You have 3 minutes. Let's actually do something kind of weird. Boop. Boop. both of them. Just find that one. There we go. Let's actually do it kind of like that. Yeah. Stop lagging on me. There we go. That one. There we go. There. Forget ads, it's showtime all the time! Yes, it is, except for whenever I'm highly focused on turning Pookie into a slime. How are you? Also, 20 months! That means in 4 months, you will actually be subbed for 2 years. Solid. And my brain just went boom. Films it for only months. I mean, yeah. Emote only mode, yes! Yes! I have missed emote only mode so much, like, you don't even know. Come on, you gonna lag on me? Yep, you're gonna lag on me. Of course you are. Why? Stop it. There. All the emotes! I have missed this so much, and yes, this is exactly why I'm streaming, because I missed it. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of all the lines that I don't need, even though it's, you know, ugly sketch layer. Good. That's an emote that I don't have that would be really fun to have, is the squish emote. Because it would just be adorable. I have not thought yet of where I'm gonna put her bow, but I do want her bow in this little slime thing. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Other than, apparently Pookie is a slime. I don't know. It just happened and I had no control over it. I don't know what happened. Okay, that one's cute. The doll one is cute. Get rid of the lines. Get rid of the lines. There we go. Okay. So, now we need the bow somewhere. I know. We can put the bow right here. So that it now becomes kind of funny. Pookie melted. Pookie totally melted. I don't know what happened. Which actually means I need to redo this like this. There we go. No clue what happened, but it fit in the area that I had. And we'll just redo this completely because the program is being stupid because lagging. Could I fix the lagging problem by turning off the model? Probably. Probably. There we go. Nope. Bad. Bad line. There we go. One ear. Two ear. Nope. Stop doing the solid line thing. Stop it. Boop. You just want to be annoying, don't you? You're like my rabbits. You just do what you want when you want. There we go. Pookie melted. Oh. There. How many other VTubers can melt their mascot and get away with it? And it be lore proper. We're gonna do this. No. This. How did they do it for Muck? There we go. That looks good. Boop. 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 No. Maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. Yeah, I'm doing it the wrong way. Treat it like wool, basically. just go from there. Yes. There we go. That one looks too much like a mouth. Don't think I can get away with going there. Yeah, looks too much like mouth. That one works though. We'll just do one here. There we go. And then one there. There. It's a melted Pookie. It just looks like a muck gone wrong. I'm sorry, Pokemon! I didn't mean to make my blob and your blob look kinda identical. It's okay, my blob will be gray, okay? And you have a bluish gray with blue and yellow on it, so I don't think we'll run into the same color variant issues, because I think people can tell the difference between an Alolan Grimmer and a creature of Scuffz that got too warm. Okay! Looks at Goose. Goose is sweating bullets. What? Why? Why? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? I don't understand. Okay, so far we have a lamp and Pookie melted. Oh, this is gonna be the stupidest sticker page ever. Sticker sheet. Why? Why am I doing this? Why am I making a sticker sheet based off of Pookie? And not even drawing Pookie correctly? Why is this a thing? Is this really what my brand has become? Just, I can get away with whatever I want because it makes sense. Oh. Name one other streamer that can do this to their mascot. Just one. Oh, the rules of logic do not apply here. They do not apply. Oh. Okay, so we got a lamp. We got a melted Pookie. Oh. Oh. What else can we do? I can't pronounce half of that, just so you know. And yes, when it's done, I will literally make it a sticker sheet on my merch. So, yeah. Enjoy looking forward to the scuff that this is. I don't know how big the stickers are gonna be, but they're gonna be a thing. And I don't know why. Oh. Like, why? I might even turn some of these into magnets, okay? I might size them up and turn them into magnets. Or, like, even decal stickers. Oh. You can do a lot with a single design just by changing the size. Scuffz continues when shipping takes 7 months to reach its destination. Oh. Streamloot's bot shouldn't be banned! It shouldn't! It should just be timed out. Streamloots is actually kind of interesting. It's the thingy that lets you guys buy cards, and then those cards control what I do on stream. It's fun. I need to create more cards, though. Yeah, Streamloots is a bot that I added, so yeah. Ban is not needed, but thank you. I don't know if that would make sense. That would be stupid, but I mean, what's more stupid than a lamp and melting Pookie? Literally. Ugh. I don't know if I can draw that though, because I'm not really good at drawing those. Ah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. But yeah, I can give you a list of bots that are a-okay if you need. What is one of the more amusing? I don't think I'm gonna actually tell you guys what the little keywords are, because it would be more fun to have them come up randomly. But if you want to have them actually come up on command, there are the 3 commands. If you want to have fun with the random words that I have connected to those, go ahead. Okay, so the only 2 I have right now are the one that I have that's posing as me, and then the Streamloots bot. And I think Ko-Fi bot as well has... Yeah, I think Ko-Fi bot. Yeah, Ko-Fi stream bot is the other one that I have. I have one of those too, but it's not updated since like 2 Decembers ago, I think. So I need to update it, and then I also need to work on commands. I want a sticker here and a sticker here. And if I can fit it, maybe a tiny sticker like right there, which would be kind of silly because it's gonna be like small. Okay, so let's see, for the sake of me not losing my mind, let's see if getting rid of that and moving, I believe it was image 6. There we go. Image 6. Boop. There we go. I mean, it's a Pookie themed stream, so why not have Pookie as my image? I mean, I kind of pose as her anyway. Oh, your intro went unnoticed. No, no, no. I saw Voodoo's. And then you did the emote only chat. Where is it hiding? Where is it hiding? There it is. Found it! Found it. It was right after the 3 minutes for ad. Okay, cool. Found it! Coolness. So. Hold up. We're gonna copy this so I don't lose it. Just give me 1 second. Notepad. We're gonna copy paste that so that I don't lose it. Whenever I scroll down to see the raid. There we go. Boop. Okay, so.
Choose your character.
Thank you for the follow! Densetsu Spark. Yes, it's been a while since I've read the word Densetsu. Omega! I don't know if you want to be Zero or Hayabusa. And then Hades, hello! Hello everyone! I can do that! I will call you Spark. And Sapphire, hello! So, welcome Raiders! My name is Ryujome. I am a self-taught 3D modeler and variety streamer here on Twitch who does anything and everything that is not against TOS. Right now I am doing a kind of sticker design stream because I'm actually technically on hiatus until September. So every stream I do between now and September is actually going to be along what my schedule usually is, but it's going to be kind of sporadic as far as which days I stream. My usual schedule is every other day on the odd numbered days, so I'm going to try to stick to that, as well as I'm usually streaming around this time of day. So all of that is going to stay consistent until September. And I'm going to do a little comeback thingy come September, and it's going to be super fun. So tonight's stream is very impromptu. I didn't even do a starting soon screen, and my model was slowing down my art program, so I decided to turn it off and have my model, or have my little doodle that I did of my mascot Pookie for her 3rd birthday be, you know, quote, my icon. And it actually works because I'm using her to draw these stickers. They're supposed to be Pookie. So Pookie looks like how my little 3rd birthday art for her looks. However, she is a creature of Scuffz, so that means I have full creative freedom of what I can do with her. No, she is not a shapeshifter, but I made her into a lamp and I melted her because I could. Oh, and Hades has been timed out for 1 second because it did not use enough emotes. Ooh. Since we had someone break that rule, I gotta explain it. So, among my chat rules, there are, you know, logical rules which, you know, boil down to be a decent human being and, you know, just get along with people. It's that simple. And don't break the Twitch TOS and don't dox anything. Yourself, others, me, etc. So, other than those, I have one rule that is, quote, stupid and is, you know, not really a rule, but my mods do enforce it. So it is the most common rule that people get timed out for or anything like that. So the punishment, as Hades found out, is you get timed out for exactly 1 second. The rule? You are required in my chat to use emotes in only increments of 3 to 5 or more, like what Ichi has just shown you guys. So, I don't care where the emotes come from, I don't care whose emotes they are, I don't care, like, you know, if you think it's a simple emote or a complex emote, or if it's super cute. I just care that you use them in increments of 3 to 5 or more. Personally, I prefer emote walls. So it's just whatever you guys want to do, but you have to use a minimum of 3 in order to not get that 1 second timeout. And we are going to catch up with chat because I want to see what all you guys said. And yes, Omega, long time no see. Call you Spark, Sapphire. Zero is a close friend of Ichi's. Okay. Cool, cool. And yes. So Spark's a buddy of Shade's. Hades didn't understand the timeout. Hey Ichi, I think we should put the reason on the timeouts for too few emotes. I think that should be the official reason that we use. And that Kirby with the cake is adorable! Ah! Oh, by the way, I do scream and kind of do the whole fangirl thing to cute things, so, if that happens, it happens, and it happens a lot with cute things, so I'm not sorry in any way. Thank you, AT! Is that a cookie? That is a cookie. Why is there a cookie emote in my chat that I don't have? This is wrong! There's a cookie emote in my chat that I don't have. By the way, my raid message is actually Regio Raid. We are here for your cookies. So the cookie thing is kind of a theme. Every 30 seconds? No! No! Bandwidth! Why have you failed, Hades? Bandwidth! Bandwidth! Why do you do this? Out of everyone you could have failed! Why, Hades? Do you know the consequences for this? It's Hades! Why? Why? Isn't it always, though? Like, isn't that just its thing? Ugh. I think I came up with the next, sticker, though. Bitrate, why you do this? Oh, wait. If you just looked up Nom, that means that it's default. What? What? This is default? Nom. Oh! Default! It's default! Ah! Ah! It's default! Ah! I love it. I absolutely love it. It is default, guys! Let's actually do 2 with the idea I have. So, no. Not gonna work. We need this. We need to go as straight as possible. But that's not straight. Whatever. Being 1 pixel off straight won't hurt me, I don't think. No. Make circle. 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 You know what? Fine. Fine. Circle. There. Circle achieved. I don't care that it's not perfect. Gotta be kidding me. It is weird that it's the only nom emote. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Not enough coffee? Yes. Always not enough coffee. The squares make a circle. Yes! I've done it in Minecraft. I can prove you're right. I can very easily prove you're right. Not what I wanted. I wanted my pen tool back. Pen tool. Okay. No. Bigger. There we go. Goodness. Boop. From a front view, Pookie is kind of weird looking. Down a little just so that I can get the bow in. Oh no, not the bow, the ears. I did the bow. Boop. Nope, bad. Boop. There we go, and then we will extend the cookie bit. There we go. Call this. And then eye number 1. Eye number 2. There we go. Cool. It's a Poke Cookie! Family mode! I did again, didn't I? I focused too much on the stuff. I didn't see chat for like 10 seconds. I kind of love the cookie Pookie, just cause it is adorable. And I think we're actually gonna make this a 3. We're gonna make this a 3 sticker set. Because that seems to be easier for size-wise with these. There we go. And then, you know what? This is gonna be really weird, but rotate it. Just so that I can make it bigger. There we go. Conus! We're gonna go here, we're gonna, yes, that is off. Messed up the J. Actually, I just realized that's gonna be a sticker too, so let's not do that. Because that would get in the way of the other stickers. I'll pass. Yes! A full sentence! $19.7. I'm kind of curious as to what you mean by that. And see, like I said, you can abridge my rules into a very short sentence. 1907. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. So yeah, we're going to make the transparency on these go down. Because sketch layer. Wait. What? What? Obviously, Ellis, everything can be explained. Everything can be explained by the melted Pookie sticker. Yes, I am making a melted Pookie sticker. Why? I don't know, but I am. The goal for tonight's stream is making stickers, and somehow I came up with Pookie as a lamp, melted Pookie, and Pookie as a cookie. Because why not? And yes, I'm still on hiatus. Why? This is totally hiatus, okay? This is what hiatus looks like. I just got annoyed at, you know, how much I missed streaming. That's all. That's why I'm here. And pen tool. Have I rotated my tablet to be to where that image is actually right side up for me? Yes, I have, because rotating my tablet doesn't change the orientation of the image that you are seeing. Yes, I know your intro is still not be read. It's on a notepad. It is on a notepad. Let's go with 8, maybe? Yes, I like 8 better. Okay. Boop. I am not gonna get this exact, am I? Whatever. Good enough. Her eyes never look that good anyway, so getting them perfect is not my priority. Oh, also the fact that there is literally a official rule on Pookie that says anytime she is drawn, she must be scuffed. I think I have pulled that off. These are more scuffed than the birthday art I made for her. And yes, her canon birthday is April 1st, so that is even further into the scuff. Yeah, that's there. Did I say anything interesting? No. No, I never say anything interesting ever. Don't you know this? All I do is ramble about random stuff, whatever comes to my head. Like, I could go on a rant about... we could go on a rant about the TY Beanie Baby thingy that's not really a TY Beanie Baby. It's one of those ones with the giant eyes, but it's a fox, and it's staring at me. And it's staring into my soul right now from the top of my shelves of my stream area. It's just staring at me. And I have no clue why this is. I could turn it around, but I don't want to because it's adorable, and I kind of don't want it to stare at me, but I do. Because it's an inanimate object, and for some reason, I can't take my eyes off it now that I know it's there. Like, I always know it's there, but knowing it's there at this moment of time is just different than all the other moments of time. Because, I don't know, it makes no sense, but it is a thing. Stream made brain go. By the way, fun fact, I cannot roll my tongue. Well, not in the sense of making my tongue into like a burrito shape. I can do that. What I cannot do is like, you know, a Spanish R. I cannot do that. To save my life, I cannot do that. But my 5-year-old has been able to do it since he was 3. So I'm kind of jealous. I spoke about my reasoning for drawing Pookie the way I did. I didn't think that had reason. Illith. How dare you play cat lateral damage before me? How dare you? This is canon. As in, fired from one. Yes. Why was it slow on the shout out for Ichi? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Such a blast. Someone say canon. No, Voodoo! No! Interested in Scuff. Well, my entire existence is Scuff, so that's why my mascot is a creature of Scuff. Confetti cannon thousands. It's gonna take forever to clean that! Ugh. Forgot to call the cleaners too. Oh, so that's gonna be there until tomorrow at least. Get it taken care of, please. Confetti is very hard to take care of. Whoa! Hold on! Hold on! The beavers went on strike? Why was I not informed? Why was I not informed of the beavers going on strike? The Badgers lied to you again. Why are we even believing the Badgers anymore? Like, seriously. We should never believe the Badgers. And honestly, we should put the porcupine in charge of HR. At a point to not having to bother HR. This is why I use the mirror modifier right here. Because it makes my life so much easier. I don't even care that it's not perfectly mirrored anymore. Because it actually adds character that you don't get when mirror modifier is used. But mirror modifier does actually, you know, make my life easier. So it's kind of like a... I like the mirror modifier, but I also don't want to use it for Pookie specifically, if that makes any sense. Of course, on our bow, it would make perfect sense to use it. But whatever, we're gonna do it without it, just to see if I can make it look somewhat good. No, I don't like where that line goes to. My line goes down further. That line goes to about there. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. I should technically make one ear shorter just because it would be funny. Why am I trying to keep canon details when it's a lamp? Like, seriously, why am I trying to keep canon details? +1 pun point. That explains the badger thing. Of course. I'm totally not reading chat right now. Why would I do that? I thought a mockingbird would be more likely to repeat stuff. Just saying. I need to keep the canon details so we can continue to launch confetti. I mean, logical enough. That moment when you're trying to trace, but at the same time, you don't really focus on the tracing aspect of your own sketch. That went way too far that way. go. That's better. Actually do it like that, because that might make my life a little easier as far as the sticker itself is concerned. Go. Coolness. And now we need our drawstring. And this little, I guess we'll call it decoration on the side. There we go. There. Coolness. One sticker line art complete. I do need to do a 4 hours 33 minutes sticker, don't I? I need to do like an entire like 5 different merch items that are 4 hours 33 minutes. And Elith actually triggered the merch command with one of the hidden words. What, ball toy? The same thing that is with muck. Just saying. Gonna cheat here. I think I need to go 7. I think I need to go smaller than 7 actually. Are averaging more around that. There. And then come on. Do it for me. There we go. Look a little bit better. enough for what I need. Not the first time I've ever said that for Pookie's eyes, by the way. Actually, why don't I just make my life easier and do this? Like before I even have to do it. That way I don't have to worry about doing it when I have to do it. And you know, dodging making all the other lines look horrible. There we go. Much better. Ads are inbound! Oops. That was the eraser. I don't want to draw with the eraser. That will end badly at best. I did just realize I'm probably gonna have to make this cookie into a cookie raider now, aren't I? That way you guys can throw this cookie specifically at my face. Erasing memories just creates paradoxes. Fair, fair. Paradoxes just make everything harder. Like, everything. No. No. Curve correctly. Thank you. I actually like the second curve better, so let's redo this. Curve correctly, thank you. I actually really like how that looks, so outline the cookie. Or rather, the cookie bit of this one. Yep. There. Ta-da! Kind of really like that one. Oh, wait. We have an imperfection. There we go. And And another imperfection right here. Those are fine for sketch layer, but not so much for line art. Line art's supposed to look smooth and intentionally polished. Okay. Wrong one. Okay, yeah. Those actually look really good now. And I think I'm going to move this one just a little bit like that. There we go. So I did see a post on Twitter today saying like what merch people wanted and stuff. And one of the things that I saw that was interesting to me was that people wanted to have stuff that maybe didn't give away whose merch they were, but, you know, still fit lore and all that. So, because of that, we now melted Pookie. Because anyone who actually knows these stickers will clearly know that they are mine. But anyone who doesn't know just won't know. So yes, I have given you guys covert merch. Or at least I'm going to. In like the next few days. Much better than the sketch. I want that to just like lay down. No. Stop connecting it. There we go. Don't mind me, just trying to make it more obvious that Pookie has melted. I don't know how to explain how or why Pookie melted. I just know it happened. Because it had to, I guess? Maybe? Kinda? Does that make sense? Wait, no. That did not work like how I was wanting it to. Come on. There we go. Much better. There we go. Much better. Just make it look like everything has been absorbed to a degree. Like, my brain is literally using both Muck and Cronenberg for reference here. Voodoo has gone to make fried eggs! And yes, Ichi! Go get some sleep! You don't need 57 Staryu. I got a shiny Staryu card in Pokemon TCG Pocket. So upsetting. Not because, you know, I don't want the shiny Staryu. It's upsetting because I want a shiny Riolu or Lucario, and I have gotten plenty of shinies that are not those two. So I'm annoyed because the game's basically taunting me at this point, giving me shinies that are not Riolu or Lucario. That looks too much like a mouth. go. She looks kind of like melted ice cream. Like, seriously, she looks kind of like melted ice cream and I love it. Okay, so now we just need the gray, and we need to color in everything that should be gray. First of which is this over here. Tell that I'm getting tired because I was like, what is this color? Oh yeah, it's tan. Duh. RJ needs to sleep on RJ's stream, clearly. Oh. I mean, I've used the I'm only sleeping thing before. I have. I used it for plastic duck simulator. A mountain of paper on Pookie's biology. It probably is a mountain, realistically. See, the beauty in Pookie is that her lore is ever growing because in her design I kind of made it to where pretty much anything and everything is canon because Scuff. RJ might be sleeping and we never know it. I mean, fair. I have almost fallen asleep on streams before. Usually they are the calmer streams that are not, you know, requiring my brain. Because, yeah, staying up till midnight local and then waking up at like 7 or 6 a.m. local, depending on when my kids wake up, it's brutal. And before anyone tries to say anything about it, VTubers are supposed to have bad sleep schedules. So, bleh. Why am I having fun drawing Pookie as a lamp? Like, literally, all I came up with was looking at my own lamp that I use for my model to track me, and then I was thinking, like, a bright idea, and I was like, ew, let's turn Pookie into a lamp. That won't go horrible at all. No one will question, why is Pookie a lamp? No one. Why would anyone question that? gray for the lamp. Yes? Yes, at least of this shade of gray. This one's gonna be a little more difficult to do the gray of, because I don't know where the gray begins and where the tan begins. I may just cheat it. I don't know. Gray would be the second most disgusting flavored color on a cookie, by the way. Second only to black, because most people, when they try to make a black icing, they start with white icing, and then they use black dye to make it too black, which makes the icing taste like dye. If you want to avoid that, use chocolate icing, not white icing, as your starting point. Same result, slightly different flavor, and it's a lot better than tasting dye, because dye is disgusting. Pookie just is. I need a reason because the internet doesn't understand that Pookie just is. Pookie is unknown to a good amount of the internet. Pookie avoids all reason. Yes, exactly. What gray colored cookies did you have that were marvelous? I have never used charcoal in icing. I may have to try that. Because charcoal is non-toxic if you use the right one, isn't it? It's just charcoal. It's carbon. Obviously get an edible version of it. Just go black licorice. What can go wrong is that I don't think that anise has a color to it. Because the anise extract that I have is kind of transparent. And yes, I am one of the people who likes black licorice enough that I can actually address it by its proper name. A gender reveal cake story. I don't need to read the rest of it after gender reveal cake story, because usually if we're talking gender reveal cake story, we are talking about something that's gonna end horrible. Apparently someone who was asked to make a gender reveal cake, it was supposed to be gray outside, so they got all ready for it and kept asking up until the night before what color. They didn't get told, so the cake was gray all the way through. Oh! I mean, honestly, if I was like, you know, if I was making a gender reveal cake for like my brother, I would do that just as a prank. And then I would have like a little gift bag that's like, oh, by the way, here's the thing with the actual gender reveal. Enjoy. The cake was just to try to get you to laugh. And my brother would be like, oh, cool. And realistically, I would give him a little plushie of either Stitch or Angel, because he loves Stitch. Everything is edible once. I mean, that is true. That is true. Everything is edible once. A minimum of once, or not at all, but you know, you gotta find out what's edible once and what's not edible at all, right? Anise. A-N-U-S, I believe. And then aniseed is A-N... I don't know how to spell that one, actually. But yeah, it's an actual herb that they use to make the black licorice flavor. Someone find Green Lantern. Yes. I believe so. There we go. Thank you, Elith. Thank you. I'm not gonna read the stuff that you guys are guessing because I don't care if you put it in the chat, but I don't know if Twitch allows me to say it or not. Just saying. But yeah, Anise actually comes in a little star shape, and it's actually really fun to use in like cooking and stuff. I once had black licorice flavored toothpaste. That was interesting. I have not either, but it might be easier for you than me. I'm a Texan, can't you tell by my very thick Texas accent? I mean, it's like super obvious here. I just realized I did not complete my line art. Whoops. I used 8, didn't I? There we go. Cool. Got it fixed. We're good. Wait. There's actually a Texas in Queensland? Beans and chili. Yes, actually. I put like 3 kinds of beans in my chili. Thank you. Pinto, black, and kidney. Ellis, it's the stupid reasons for being banned that are the most amusing at times. Just saying. I now want to see that city literally on a map. I am so looking up that city either later tonight or tomorrow. I don't know which. Eh? Eh? Yes, I am on the right there. Cool. What I'm doing is using the wrong color, or no, wrong size brush. Right color brush. Even though I might want to go to tan soon. I just realized we can explain the melted Pookie. She has become one with her namesake. She is now duct sealant. And yes, that is literally her namesake. Duct sealant. And it was actually hubby's idea. Okay, hubby's idea for a name for a rabbit. You know, a gray rabbit. But then I made Pookie and I was like wondering what I should do for her color scheme, and I was like, ooh, I could name you Pookie and I could make you gray. That would be perfect. So I did. This gray might be a little dark for her, but I don't really care. It seems to be... Yep, it seems to be good. So the problem with the gray that I put on Pookie, I intentionally make it kind of like a squirrel gray. So it is kind of weird at times. And then the tan I use for her is really weird as well at times. Beep beep, sheep. I said beep beep on sheep. I actually listened to that before streams to get me hyped up to where I can actually do the whole being a hyped VTuber thing a lot easier. Cause my personality is just like chill and mellow by nature. So upping the hype is actually something I have to put effort towards at times. And you guys can probably track when I start to get tired. Realistically, because I get more mellow the more tired I get. Just that it's how it works with my brain. Okay, so the real question we should be asking right now, how many people have been banned for aimbotting in any FPS without aimbotting? That is the one that I'm curious about. That is one ban that I have not achieved, but hubby has achieved multiple times. Because he was actually semi-pro in Call of Duty for a little bit. Before we met. You face desk when you get tired? I have thankfully never face test in a game, but I have done it in Skype calls before quite a few times. And now Beep Beep I'm a Sheep is literally playing in repeat on my mental radio station. You know that voice inside your head that just never becomes quiet? It is currently singing Beep Beep I'm a Sheep on loop to me. So, thank you, Ichi! That's what I'm gonna be going to bed to tonight. Beep Beep Sheep. I said Beep Beep Sheep. And it's not even like the verses of the song, it's just the chorus. That's the only thing on repeat, is just the chorus. I could probably override it with like a bunch of different songs, but I'm focusing right now, so I'm not gonna do it. I don't mind being stuck on Beep Beep I'm a Sheep. Because I am a sheep. In all technicality, I am a sheep. Yeah, I think that one's gonna be tan. This one will be gray. So that one. I need like a size 4 for that. Gray. Gray. And that one will be tan. So at what point should I apologize for my obvious lack of AI quality in these? Like, should I do that now or when I release them? Because I like doing that. I enjoy apologizing for the lack of AI quality. Because it's fun. is only due to my continued intentional lack of access to an AI program. Because it's more fun to do this over hours of time than have an AI completely mess it up in less than 10 seconds. Oddly enough, the melted Pookie is coming out a lot better than I thought she was going to. Like, I thought this was gonna fail. Then again, I think everything with Pookie that I do is gonna fail, so... That's not new. Like, literally, I use Pookie to try new things just because I know I can get away with it. Because if I fail, worst case scenario, it's just gonna be scuffed. Also, good night, Ichi! And the great thing about, you know, things being scuffed, she is Scuff incarnate. So, what's the worst that's gonna happen? She's gonna live up to her existence? I think that's a condition I can live with. Or consequence I can live with. Depending on how you want to phrase that sentence. Just her face. The melted face. Oh, why do I love it? Why do I love it? Why is my favorite one literally the melted Pookie? I thought my favorite was gonna be the cookie, but no. Of course not. Why on earth is it the melted one? This makes no sense! Okay, go over to orange. There we go. Why is my favorite one the one I thought it was not gonna be? That has a little too much color to it, I think. Too gray. Yes. The cookie doesn't actually need any of this color, I don't think, because I'm gonna make the cookie a little bit different color just so that a difference can be seen between this and the cookie color. Yes, that is actually quite spot on. Cool. Don't mind me just comparing times that I have drawn Pookie and color maps I use therein. That just looks not even the angle that I was doing here. There we go. Little too much. There we go. Here we go. Ta-da. She almost looks like, I don't know. Almost like if you took maybe a Three Musketeers and melted it, like without the chocolate outside bit. And that kind of makes sense. At least in my head it does. These two to both be tan. I don't know why this color scheme is reminding me of like a melted peanut butter candy of some sort. Just is. Nope, that one went too far over. There we go. Much better. Makes perfect sense. It's Pookie. Both very iconic roles. Kind of makes me curious as to what those two roles would have been like if we wouldn't have turned them down. guess this one has to be brown because that up there is brown. Or tan. So I can't do that quite like that. Boop. Connery turned down Gandalf? Okay, that's interesting. That is very interesting. It would be cool though. Even though Gandalf that we got was amazing. Just saying. I actually saw a video that explained Ahsoka Tano's white lightsabers. And it went through from her original lightsabers to the white ones. And it was actually pretty interesting. And it's like her entire timeline, so I don't want to give spoilers for the entire timeline of her if people don't know her entire timeline, but it is very much worth watching. Because you get to learn how many lightsabers she's actually had, what the different colors of the lightsabers were, how she got those colors, etc., so on and so forth. So, it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, bad. Didn't want to go outside the little lines. It's bad enough that my child is still having an issue with the lines and staying within them. I do not need to have this problem myself. There. Coolness. Okay, so I need bright pink for the ears and tongue, and then that for the bow. Yes, I used 2 different pinks on her. There we go. Stallone as Han Solo. That is actually, like, the most amusing one on that list. True. Very true. I'm just picturing Stallone. Okay, to be exact, I am picturing Stallone in Rocky as Han Solo. Star Wars Rocky, exactly. And then get the guy for Apollo Creed. Or no. Yeah, it is Apollo Creed. Get his actor for Lando. Just saying. It would be quite amusing. Then again, Winnie the Pooh reading off Darth Vader is actually kind of entertaining. Travolta doing Han. I can't even picture Travolta doing Han. Like, literally, I cannot picture it. What's really funny about Travolta is that when I think of Travolta, first thing I think of is somehow getting Travolta and Nick Cage in something. So, if you make Travolta Han, Nick Cage becomes Luke. Because logic. That is just how my brain works. Break! Time to question life choices and dance to the music. Don't make me dance to Beep Beep, I'm a sheep! I will do it. And yes, I'm a sheep because I was actually born year of the sheep. Or ram, however you want to see it. I've seen it both ways. You are questionable life choices. I thought that was Pookie. I thought Pookie was a questionable life choice. Cause she's more marketable than my actual VTuber model. Which is saying something because she's just my VTuber model drawn badly. That's all she is. That is way, way too dark. Okay. Better. There we go. Yes. Except... a little too much orange. There we go. There's a slight amount of orange in it. That's not like a solid orange. It's not like what I like to call Nintendo red. I say as I am wearing a Bowser shirt. Why am I wearing a Bowser shirt? Because I like it. Even if I passionately hate Bowser. Of course, saying I hate Bowser is the equivalent of saying I love Bowser, because it's Bowser. Does not. It's only his face. It is legitimately only his face, and then the background's like an orangey red color. And Beep Beep I'm a Sheep has been replaced by Peaches. That just happened. And what's really funny about my mental radio, if you want to call it that, it works despite the music that I'm having go on stream, because I am also listening to the music that you hear on stream at the same time as I'm hearing Peaches. It is very weird, and I don't know how to explain it other than like that. And unlike Beep Beep I'm a Sheep, Peaches I can actually have it do the verses with. And bow time here. I did just realize, like, now that I totally spaced to ask Jade how stream went because, you know, I was having too much fun welcoming the raiders and saying hi to everyone. I'm sorry, Jade. I know you're asleep, but I still apologize. I'm totally not gonna watch your entire VOD tomorrow to, you know, make up for it. I know you won't know that I made up for it or anything because, you know, you probably aren't gonna see this point of the stream because you're asleep. And I don't know if you can actually notice if I watch an entire stream of yours in VOD form. I did just realize that coloring things in pink probably isn't helping the whole mental playlist play Peaches nonstop. Bet. Scuffed, yes. Uneven, no. Okay. And I believe it is a reddish brown that I use for the ears. There we go. 2 out of 10. I mean, they made Dynamo. Just saying. Dynamo and Colossus came out in the same generation of Pokemon. made them slightly brighter than the PNG, but whatever. No, bad. I didn't want to press that button. Hello! How are you doing? Once I'm done coloring these ears, I will zoom out so that you can see what's going on. We're doing sticker designs because this stream was not planned and I had no idea what to do, so I went with something that I could do in an easy amount of time, and that didn't really matter if I did it properly or not, I guess, is what I'm looking for. Confetti cannons! Woke up at 3 a.m. Well, I'm technically on hiatus still. Until September. So yes, this is what hiatus is for me. Random, unplanned streams that I don't give you guys a schedule for. There we go. So, sticker designs for my merch. This is literally going to become a sticker sheet whenever it's done. So we got Pookie as a lamp, Pookie as a cookie, and somehow Pookie melted. I'm not sure. It just happened. So yes, whenever the sheet is done, it will become part of my merch. I have cookies. Like, I legit have cookies. Me claiming that anything related to Pookie should be making sense is the silliest thing I've said on stream. I accept this. I absolutely accept this. By her nature, Pookie does not make sense. She never has, she probably never will. And trying to explain her logic is near impossible. Why is Fox Orange always so hard for me to find? Nope. Nope. More red. There we go. I don't want pumpkin orange, I want fox orange. There is a difference. I still like the melted Pookie the most. Why? Okay, so what I don't get is why is it the stupidest idea I came up with this? Or for this? It's my favorite. Just why? Good news, I only need this for 2 of them. And I don't need it for the other one. Of course, this also marks the last of the identical colors I have between each of these. So that's fun, I guess. Nope. Find it. There we go. Find it. There we go. Coolness. Okay. Need to go this way. Need to go. Where are you? There you are. Need to color in the wire. Need to color these in. A little darker. It is a dark brown, yes, but it is not bright dark brown, if that makes any sense. And then right here. That kind of completely confuses the design. So let's just do this. There. There we go. There. And now, you can't tell what I colored where. And it looks like a light. Have I met RJ? No, I have not. I have not met RJ. Ever. It's on my to-do list, though. Oops. I need occupancy back at 100. A little brighter. That's very close to the skin color, though. Yeah, maybe I should just do a chocolate-ish. Yeah, that'll work. I was gonna try to go for sugar cookie, but then I was like, no, let's not do that. I could do gingerbread cookie, but I don't feel like it. am I focusing on every single stroke? Because I'm outlining better than just having lines here. Creates a larger area that I can mess up without having to hit Control Z. Why do you sound like you're just repeating the same song over and over again? Same why? Coolness. So, base coloring is done. All I need to do is center it better on the screen, maybe. There we go. There we go. Cool. But yeah, base coloring is done. All I need to do is like shading and highlighting. And then it will be completed. So, I am very happy right now. I love how they turned out, even though they were kind of all just, you know, me joking around, I guess. The cookie also looks kind of like one of those animals that are mounted on the wall. It's a cookie! Not a mount. It's a cookie. I thought it was gonna be like somewhere around 2. You know what? We're gonna do that because I do not get to raid you very often, so we're gonna do that. So, we are going to set up the raid, even though we are going to do it after the ads are over, so that, you know, actually, can I snooze them? Can I snooze them? Yes, I snooze them. Awesome. I don't want people to miss the whole raid thing. So, we are going to copy paste this because we're not going to do it quite yet. So, thank you everyone for joining me on this test stream to get me back to being used to streaming. Schedule will not exist until September. Every stream I do until then will be sporadic, and I'm hoping to stream again on the 1st. And first is, yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping to stream again on the 1st. Why are you doing that? Snooze. Anyway. Hoping to stream again on the 1st, at which time we will be working on art that is actually stuff that I, owe people, not just me goofing around with Pookie's design because I can. And then, my streams that I do between now and September will still follow the rules of my regular schedule, which will be odd number days and around the same time as I usually stream. How would you hunt Pookie anyhow? I don't know. Cookie? So, for anyone who wants to help support the channel, best ways to do that are via my merch or my Kofi. And I will hopefully see you guys again on the 1st, which will be awesome. We are going to be raiding Rusty Doggo because why do you do subscriber only? Why? Okay, so not Rusty Doggo. Rusty, get your chat off sub only. Unless you're doing like a sub event, doing sub only chat totally kills your viewership and your possibility of getting raids. I know this because I've had it affect me, and it's why I don't do it. Okay. So let's go to you. Because hype train. Okay, so raid. I'm gonna wait a little bit. There we go. Okay. And you're using a gremlin model? Are you kidding me? That is so cute! Ah! Why? Why? Why are you using a gremlin? Just why? Anyway. Go to raid. Raid. Not whatever raid becomes when you trade the I and the A. Okay. We are here for your cookies. So, enjoy the raid, guys. I am going to go head to bed because it's late. And I'm going to be very happy because, these actually turned out a lot better than I thought they were going to. So, I will see you guys next time. Good night.